These are atrocities. They're an outrage to the world. The American people are answering President Zelensky's call. We sent Ukraine more security assistance last year, $650 million in weapons before the invasion. And once the war started, we immediately rushed $350 million in additional aid to further address their needs. On Saturday, my administration authorized another $200 million to keep a steady flow of weapons and ammunition moving to Ukraine. Now I'm once again using my presidential authority to activate an additional security assistance to continue to help Ukraine fend off Russia's assault. An additional $800 million in assistance. That brings the total of new U.S. security assistance to Ukraine to $1 billion just this week. And I thank the Congress for appropriating these funds. In just the past few weeks, we provided $300 million in humanitarian assistance to the people in Ukraine and in neighboring countries. And we will support Ukraine's economy with direct financial assistance as well.
Thousands of Americans who've served and sacrificed in the U.S. military are now living without permanent homes in this country. It is an intricate problem our leaders have repeatedly promised to fix. But could a solution finally be on the horizon? Tonight, our exclusive one-on-one with VA Secretary Dennis McDonough on an ambitious project that's now underway.
Here's a phrase that should not exist: homeless vet.
Homelessness among military veterans is a confounding stain on America's promise.
The American people expect that there not be homeless veterans.
The encampment on the West LA VA campus is both beautiful and baffling. Veterans living in the shadow of buildings originally constructed to house and help them after World War II. Some have been sitting idle for decades.
These old buildings are just down the road from Beverly Hills. They're turning them into housing for veterans on a sprawling 388-acre campus that will be the largest veterans housing project in America.
The vision is ambitious, an estimated $1 billion public-private partnership to transform some of the VA's most valuable real estate into a campus of 1,200 new apartment homes that could house more than a quarter of the city's homeless vets. Steve Peck, a Vietnam combat vet and president of the nation's largest nonprofit serving at-risk veterans, is the lead developer.
The building across the street will be the service center.
So you're out to prove that solving the homeless problem among veterans is more than building a house.
Oh, absolutely. Combining all of the housing and services in one place really gives veterans every opportunity to succeed.
Over 6 years since the plan was first approved, just 5% of veteran apartments on the West LA VA campus have been completed. One independent audit faulting a lack of accountability and lack of urgency.
I mean, if a private developer wants to buy a parcel and put up an apartment building, it wouldn't take them 5 years.
It is a funding problem. And where is that money going to come from?
Peck says developers have raised only a tenth of the total price tag and also need help cutting red tape.
When the top dog says, let's get it done, then people below find a way to get it done.
Yeah, we're going to cut through all the red tape we can. Some of it we can't. Part of the balancing act are things that are required by law.
It doesn't have a target date for completion.
No.
Why is that?
But if I start to go through the reasons, what I'll do is sound like excuses.
We saw for ourselves that dozens of units are nearly ready to become homes, but many advocates told us the 10-year or longer timeline to finish the campus is unacceptable.
I know sometimes I felt forgotten.
Nicholas Cormier is a former Air Force air traffic controller.
This is a humanitarian crisis. It's a war zone. It's, you know what I mean? This is how I see addressing the problem is it's boots on the ground every single day.
The potential to make a big dent in homelessness among vets has won the West LA VA project a small army of backers. Former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, retired Admiral Mike Mullen, is a top fundraiser.
This could be a model for many VA centers across the country.
It seems to me it requires a lot of pressure points to get it moving along.
I've been involved in this project with 4 secretaries, for example. So it becomes very difficult to hold them accountable. I would love to see Congress much more involved.
I've been very clear that I should be held to account for this.
You think the buck stops with you?
It's my problem.
Now I'm once again using my presidential authority to activate an additional security assistance. That brings the total of new U.S. security assistance to Ukraine to $1 billion just this week.
They're turning them into housing for veterans on a sprawling 388-acre campus that will be the largest veterans housing project in America.
The vision is ambitious, an estimated $1 billion public-private partnership